American Equipment Manufacturing is a local business based in Farmington that specializes in the manufacturing of oil field equipment. Our extensive production facility allows us to provide high-quality products that meet the industry standards and industry knowledge.
ACES is a leader in the provision of control systems integration, migration, and design services to industries that include oil and gas, water, wastewater, irrigation, mining, as well as manufacturing and other private, local, and federal entities. With a senior staff.
Good evening. We're live here at beautiful Aztec, New Mexico. It's the Aztec Invite, and the home team, the Aztec Tigers, won their opening game yesterday in a big way over Bayfield, just over the top of the hill in Colorado. Deming coming in yesterday, they put it to Kirtland pretty well. They won that game 16-3, and now these two will battle here tonight. Friday night, I'm Albert Velarde, Stephen Parks. And Stephen, Aztec looked pretty solid, and so did Deming yesterday. This should shape up to be a fantastic baseball game tonight.
Well, you're absolutely right. These two teams, I mean, in my opinion, both of these coaches, they probably both like this matchup. And we talked about it, folks, last night. Like, these games, yeah, obviously you want to win. You want to win all your games. But the important part right now in this part of the season is not wins and losses. It's being able to go out there and execute. It's being able to get your bats going. You know, like last night we were talking about that. In these tournaments, man, swing the bat. You don't want to see those backwards Ks on the scorebook. You want to get out. You want to swing the bat. You want to get after it. And you know, and then you want to play some situational baseball. You know, we saw a situation last night where Aztec was playing Bayfield, and Bayfield was down. But there was a situation that came up right at the end of the game, and they were able to work on that situation, which is probably going to help them later on in the season. So, you know, folks, we love calling these games, and both these teams, yeah, they want to come out and win. But most importantly, we want to see these teams come out and begin to get better. Like every game, you want to see them get better and get rid of some of those errors or get rid of some of those mistakes that they make here early in the season. And I think that's what all these coaches are looking for.
You know, in yesterday's game with Deming versus Kirtland, they would have gotten that game over in run rule within 5. You know, we talked about this yesterday, Stephen, and a lot of these pitchers on every pitching staff, doesn't matter whether you're playing in this tournament or you're down in down in Hobbs this weekend with Pedro Vista and Farmington, doesn't matter. Every team's going to struggle early with their pitching. At some point in time, they're just not in physical baseball shape yet. Their arms. And so, you know, yesterday we've seen a little bit of that from Deming. We've seen a little bit of that from Aztec, you know, trying to struggle here and there to find the strike zone. But they'll dial that in. Both of these teams are pretty dang good, well coached. And they've got a good plethora of senior leadership, some juniors mixed in, some sophomores. Aztec very young on their team. And so, you know, really these two teams, I believe they are in – Deming is 4A, right?
Yes, I believe so.
They are 4A. Yeah. They just – bumped down from 5A back down to 4A. But, you know, you're going to see a great battle today. Two excellent pitchers on the mound. Of course, no introduction needed for Aztec. And number 10, Caden Anderson, had a perfect game last year. I think came pretty close to throwing a no-hitter as well. I think he threw a no-no in Connie Mack last year. So he is a top-level pitcher. He's one of the brightest pitchers. Bright star, let me say that. And a pitcher that everybody's looking at in the state. I mean, this kid is a top-level pitcher for Aztec in the state, no doubt about it, and Caden Anderson. On the other side, you got Esteban Marscal, and he is an excellent pitcher. I got to talk to one of the parents down here, and they said, watch him. He's got some really good stuff. He's not afraid to go at you, so I'm really excited to see this battle between these two pitchers tonight.
Well, and you're right. Talking about pitching, you know, the parents said he's not afraid to go with these batters. I think that's another thing. You want your pitchers to attack from the mound. You want them to go after the batters. You want them not to be afraid. And, you know, this is a perfect opportunity to work those different throws, those pitches you want to throw, to work how you present yourself on the mound, work on that leg kick, because last night we saw one pitcher that had a really high leg kick and they were stealing on him. You know, like those are the little things, and you know more, you know better than I do, but there's a lot of little things right now, that these teams can work on. And in baseball, sometimes it seems like, oh, it's just pitch and catch kind of thing, but that's not the case.
You said a ton right there, and just that. I mean, outfielders. We've seen some outfielders miss some very simple fly balls yesterday in a number of different games. We've seen infielders drop into the knee or waiting on ground balls that took bad hops on them. The catchers, we didn't see them tucking their chins down and keeping the glove in between their legs and using the rest of their body to block it. We didn't see pitchers covering down to first base. So, yeah, we seen hitters that were swinging at pitches way up in the zone because they look like a beach ball. We've seen hitters with their hands up high instead of down low to get them in what I like to call that trigger zone, ready to hit. So, man, you spoke a lot of truth right there, Steven. There's a lot of things these teams are going to need to work on, but nothing more than hustle tonight and get up to the plate and take some hacks. You see a strike, take a swing at it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying a little bit earlier is that, we saw some kids go down looking last night, and you could see the frustration on the coaches. They have got to swing at the ball. If it's anywhere remotely close, take a swing at it. I mean, that's what this is all about, is getting out there, showing, and even for the players, it's to show the coach that you're not going to be afraid to go after it and get out there and swing the bat. If you're just going to stand there, they're going to find somebody that'll go up there and swing the bat.
Well, if you're Deming, you came, what is it,
a long
10 hours,
way. Yeah,
maybe 9, all the way to up here. So, and hey, we seen Deming step up to the plate, show up and show out. I got to tell you, they really hammered the baseball yesterday against Kirtland Central. So it was a fantastic day at the plate for Deming and a fantastic day at the plate for the Aztec Tigers. I mean, Jace, who's the leadoff, he was 1 for 3 with an RBI. Ray struggled just a little bit. He was 0 for 4 yesterday, but made excellent contact. He just needs to get his hands down. We're going to see a lot from him. Our Desert Sports Live player of the game was Kel Watson. He was 1 for 1 because he got walked twice and got hit once. But he scored every single time he was on the base, 3 runs scored. Holmes had a huge game, 1 for 2 at the plate, 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Douglas he was the winning pitcher yesterday. He had a run scored. Gonzalez, 1 for 2, 2 RBIs, 2 runs. Eaton, 2 for 3, 1 RBI, 3 runs. So, I mean, you look at the lineup, so many players stepped up for the Aztec Tigers, and that's why it's going to be an exciting game. We're going to get ready here. We'll have Steven announce the Aztec Tigers starting lineup defensively, as they'll probably run out to the field as such, and then I'll announce the starting lineup for Deming.
All right, folks, here we go. Today okay, I wanted to make sure that he wasn't going to do the national anthem on me. But today, out on the mound for Aztec is going to be number 10, Caden Anderson. Behind the dish is going to be number 11, Brody Sagata. Over at first base is going to be number 20, Uriah Gonzalez. At second base, number 6, Tyler Ray. Over at third base is going to be number 2, Jace Archuleta. At shortstop is going to be number 17, last night's player of the game, Cale Watson. And out in left field is going to be number 4, Jaden Brooks. Center field is going to be number 3, Christian Holmes. And right field will be number 7, Corey Douglas.
Leading off for Deming is going to be number 9. It's Max Allison in the 2 spot. Number 7, Chris Oliveira. Hitting the 3 spot, number 1, Daniel Mosier. Hitting cleanup, number 21, the pitcher, Estevan Mariscal. Mariska. Is that
Mariscal.
Mariscal.
Is that,
I'm missing an L.
Or is that number 21?
It is. I'm missing
Mariscal.
the L. Sorry.
Yeah.
Mariscal. Estevan Mariscal. So sorry. Hitting the 5 spot, number 24, Danny Porras. Hitting 6, number 6, Ezra Sines. Hitting the 7 spot, number 34, Micah Guerrera. Hitting 8th, number 32, Roy Sutton. And hitting 9th is number 8, Tavo Rodriguez.
I would have totally messed that up, saying hitting 9th is number 8.
It's a tongue twister, isn't it?
Hey, folks, if we see people jumping on now on the YouTube stream, and I'm hoping if there's some Deming fans out there, make sure and send this link out. We're going to be here all night long. We've got 3 different camera views. We got a center field camera where you get to watch just like you do on TV. You get to see the pitcher and the catcher and the batter. It's a really cool view. You can see the strike zone. You can see it all from that view. It's a lot of fun. And then we have this view from behind the backstop, and then we have one other view from the side. But folks, we hope you enjoy those views. And also, on the live stream, if you want to send out a shout-out, let us know who you're cheering for, where you're cheering from, and we read those over the air. The kids love to go back and watch the games and get to hear who was watching, who gave those shout-outs. So please give us a shout-out on the live chat at YouTube. If you can't do that, if you're watching on your big screen or whatever, and you just want to send in a text to 505-701-2222, and we'll read that shout-out on that from a text message as well. But please start sending those in. We had several last night. It's a lot of fun. We like to give those shout-outs.
Absolutely, and of course, all these kids, including yourselves, can go back and watch this game again tomorrow as many times as you want to on YouTube at Desert Sports Live. And hey, when you're sending us a shout out, let us know you're tuning in from Deming. Also, let us know if you're watching it on your big screen and how big your big screen is. I mean, we like hearing that. It's just like it's the experience is what we're going for, Stephen. And you can watch that on your big screen, your computer, your tablet, your cell phone, whatever it is. But be the first. And actually, my wife beat everybody. She says, love Desert Sports Live. Love listening to you guys. So thank you, my lovely wife, Kristen Velarde.
All right, well, we already got one here on YouTube. It's Tiz. She says, what time, or they're saying, what time does the game start? Well, the game start time is 6 o'clock. They got started a little bit early with some of this stuff, but it looks like we're going to kick off here in just a minute. But we are going to pause briefly for the national anthem, so we'll be right back.
All right, man, is there any better way to get a baseball game started than with the national anthem? And these teams are set to go, folks. It's going to be a little tough to pick up who's who. Aztec is in all black with white pinstripes, and Deming is in all navy blue with red pinstripes.
All right, we got Rosanna Allison already from Deming. This is awesome. Glad to hear from a Deming fan. We were hoping you guys would get the link and get to watch the game. It says, go Wildcats. Number 9, that is Max Allison, and he is the second baseman for Deming. So thank you for sending that in with a shout out. So keep those coming. If you're out there and you're cheering for Aztec or Deming, we love to give those shout outs, and I'm glad to hear that you guys got the link and you're going to be able to watch the game. We always appreciate getting to bring these games to our fans, our local fans for sure, but also some of these out-of-town teams that especially with baseball, there's so many games in a season, and most of the baseball fields don't have an NFHS camera or anything like that. So it's good to get to watch as many games as you can, and especially since Deming is so far away. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Like I said, keep sending that link around to all your parents and all the fans down there in Deming. And if you got a shout out, just let us know who you're cheering for, where you're cheering from, and we will get that out over the air.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
Send them on in.
That's right.
We like to read them off. Hey, it's going to be in the one spot. It's the second baseman, number 9, Max Allison. Hitting second. Up on deck is going to be the center fielder, number 7, Chris Oliveira. And in the 3 spot, the shortstop, number 1, Daniel Mogier, who's all coming up. 1, 2, 3 for Deming. And Anderson on the mound. Brody Sagata, the catcher behind the dish tonight for the Aztec Tigers. That's number 11. And it's going to shape up to be a great game. Folks, the game time was 6 o'clock. They got things started just a little bit early, and it looks like we're going to be right on time. So it's a cold night.
It is a cold night. And we got a couple more shout-outs coming in. We got Yobot Bayless, I think is how you'd say that, says, couldn't make it, but let's go Kale. Yep, Kale Watson, our last night's Desert Sports Live Player of the Game. He's getting a shout-out. And then we've got, it says, I think that's Terry Roth, possibly, 6814, go Tigers. So keep those shout-outs coming in as we are fixing to get this game started. Caden Anderson, number 10, out on the mound for the Tigers. And number 9, Max Allison, the second baseman, stepping into the box for the Wildcats.
It's the top of the first inning, and the right-hander in Allison will step in at the plate. Anderson gets his plant foot set to go, working from the stretch. He comes set. Here's a pitch. Fastball swung on and fouled off. So that's what we were talking about yesterday with this team, with Deming. They are not afraid to attack the strike zone, swinging at pitches that are close to that strike zone. And I'll tell you, that is a recipe for success right there.
Absolutely. And you know, if you can get your bats going early in these games, it makes a huge difference running down the stretch towards the end. You want to get going early. So let's see if Allison can get something going. There's another foul. It's going to go out over the fence on to the track for strike 2. So 0-2 the count now to Max Allison.
Well, and he is.
All right. Got another. Sharon Hanna says, go Tigers. So keep those coming. Want to hear from as many as possible tonight, so keep those shout-outs coming in.
Anderson, he comes set. There's a pitch. Fastball swung on, and right now, Allison's hanging in there. Steven, his hands are way behind the fastball. He has got to get his hands started a lot faster than what they're going here, because Anderson has just been able to get that fastball to run on top of Allison. He just can't get his hands around. So let's see if Allison can figure that out right here.
Yeah, it's kind of coming off the handle of the bat. He's not getting around on it quick enough. Here comes Anderson with the pitch, and that one's going to be high and outside for ball 1.
Not a bad spot. I mean, you know, Anderson went right at Allison a number of times and fouled it off, so they thought, let's see if we could get him to chase something. I like that waist pitch to see if he can get him to go. And did not. There's a ground ball to the third baseman. It's Anderson at third. He fields it, bobbles, throws across the diamond, and it's going to be safe. That's going to be E5 for the Tigers, but nonetheless, Allison over at first base.
Well, that's what you want to do. If you're that leadoff hitter, get on base. And it doesn't matter how he got on, he is on. Unfortunately, that was Jace over there on third. He kind of bobbled it. He tried to get it up and over to first, didn't get it there in time. We got number 7, Chris Oliveira, the center fielder, now at the plate with a runner on first.
Not a huge lead over at first. That's a high fastball for ball 1. So, as Steven mentioned, the leadoff hitter in Allison over at first base, and a lot of the times when you get that leadoff hitter on base, it's trouble for the opposing team.
Man, he tries to he checks him over there at first base, keeps him honest. So, Caden Anderson heads back up to the top of the mound, and Oliveira will step back into the box. Like you said, he's getting a pretty decent lead, but it's not too big. Comes the pitch. Oh, and he got him on that inside corner.
Sure did, just on a check swing. 1-1. And listen, again, you're going to have a number of those, but the one thing that Deming showed yesterday is when they did have a check swing or swung at a pitch that they shouldn't have, they hopped right back in there. It did not faze them whatsoever. Here's a bunt, missed it. It's strike. He takes off to second, but smartly holds on to it. But that is strike 2 as Oliveira missed to put the bunt down. Didn't matter because Allison made his way over to second.
Yeah, and it looked like it got fouled off, but I think it hit Brody's glove and then deflected down to the ground. He was shaking his hand. I think it deflected right off of his hand. nonetheless, we got a 1-2 count as Caden Anderson brings the pitch. The swung on and missed, and that's going to be strike 3 for out number 1. So next up is going to be number 1, Daniel Mosier, the shortstop, as he has a runner on second and now 1 out. Crystal Brooks says, "Go Aztec." Jaden Brooks' mom. All right, Jaden Brooks. Wasn't he the one that made his way down to first so fast we almost didn't see him
He
last
did.
night?
His dad checked in last night, and he was the one that checked in from Nebraska. Anderson comes set with the runner at second, takes a look, fastball. He just peppered it right in there for strike 1. So a nice pitch by Anderson. Looks like he's really settling in right now. He had a pretty darn good showing against Hope Christian last weekend. A couple of errors, well, a number of errors behind him didn't help his cause out, but let's see if the team can get behind him and rally around behind him now. There's another fastball in there for strike 2. So 0-2, and now Mosier down. Steven is back against the wall, and you've got a number of nasty pitches Anderson can come up with.
Yeah, I'm going to guess he's going to try to get him going on something different here. That was a pretty good lead at second.
That is a huge lead at second for Allison.
Yep, he's way out there. Keep those shout-outs coming in. If you're out there watching, we see we've got quite a crowd out there on the live stream tonight. It's good to see you guys tuning in. Here comes the pitch. That's going to hit dead out center field. He's tracking it, and that will be caught. That will be F8 for out number 2, but Anderson's going to go over to third. Try to get him over there, but good job. I'm sorry, not Anderson. Allison makes his way over to third, but that will be 2 outs. So with 2 outs and a runner on third, we got number 20, excuse me, number 21, Estevan Mariscal, the pitcher, stepping up to the plate now. So Anderson will check the runner over there at third. It's the pitch, and it's going to be hit right past the third baseman. That's going to score a run. That was an outstanding hit, and the guy hitting in the 4-hole, that's exactly what you expect from him. So the first hit of the day comes off the 4th batter for the Wildcats. That's Mariscal, and he will get an RBI single.
He had to go way down in the zone to go get that. So excellent piece of hitting by Estevan helps his cause out as he's the starting pitcher. We're going to see the 5-spot hitter. It's the catcher, number 24, Danny Porras. I believe that's how you say it. Porras. I hope that's how you say it. Danny Bing fans out there, if I'm saying that wrong, please send us a message and let us know how you properly say that.
Help us with pronunciations. We always appreciate it.
2 outs and a 1-run lead for Deming here in the top of the first. Here's the first pitch. Fastball up high on the check swing for ball 1.
They're trying to get the umpire out there. Okay, finally, he finally said
well,
no.
the problem is that the catchers know better. They have to ask the home plate umpire to ask the umpire in the field to check it, and that's what the home plate umpire was waiting for Sagata to let him know he wanted to get it checked. So here we go. Here's the pitch. Fastball right in on the hands. He caught it. And he dropped it. That was out number 3. Who's in right field?
That's Corey Douglas.
Corey Douglas. It hit his glove and popped right out.
It looked like it hit his palm and bounced out of his glove. That was unfortunate. But, hey, Jaden's dad is flying home, but he's tuning in. He says, "Let's go Aztec." So he is on his way home. We got Robert Gower says, "Let's go Aztec." Here comes the pitch. He's going to go for second.
There's the throw down to second, but nobody was covering the back. It was an excellent throw by Brody. Unfortunately for Aztec defensively, nobody was there. So it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count now on Danny Porras. And here comes the pitch from Anderson from the stretch. Fastball outside and high for ball 2. Change the eye level. So 2-2 the count.
We got Tiz saying, "Let's go Aztec," cheering for Jaden. And we got Raider Manleo says, "Let's go Brody," from Jake and Tanner O'Gean.
Oh, yeah, our boys Jake and Tanner checking in from checking in from home. That's a strikeout, and that will end the inning as it was strike 3. Went down looking. Sagata steps up and throws him out at first base.
All right, well, with 1 run on 1 hit, 1 runner left on base, and 1 Aztec error, that's going to do it for the top of the first, where your score is 1-0. The Deming Wildcats lead. You're watching Desert Sports Live. We'll be right back.
American Equipment Manufacturing is a local business based in Farmington that specializes in the manufacturing of oil field equipment. Our extensive production facility allows us to provide high-quality products that meet the industry standards and industry knowledge.
ACES is a leader in the provision of control systems integration, migration, and design services to industries that include oil and gas, water, wastewater, irrigation, mining, as well as manufacturing and other private, local, and federal entities. With a senior staff
Okay. All right, sorry, folks. We are back. We were having some discussion about our production stuff, but I wanted to finish that message from Jake and Tanner. Said here watching Aztec baseball and the Big 12 wrestling championships.
Nice.
No surprise there, watching some wrestling. And then we got Robert Gower says, "Let's go Tigers." And then Jan Eaton 777 says, "Let's go Tigers." Checking in from Carlsbad. Go number 27. And that is Hayden Eaton. He is DHing tonight. So, all right, folks, here we go. As Aztec will bring up their leadoff hitter. That's Jace Archuleta, the third baseman.
That's right. Tyler Ray in the 2 spot. Kel Watson in the 3 in the hole. And Archuleta, who was 1 for 3 in yesterday's game with an RBI, he'll step up to the plate. And, hey, folks, if you're out there from Deming, we love to hear from you. Send us a message on YouTube Messenger so we can give your kids a shout-out, grandkids, whoever's playing that you're watching. Just give us a shout-out. We'd love to get that out over the air and share this link. There's a hard ground ball hit to the second baseman, popped up on him, handled nicely, throws it over to first base. That's a 4-3 ground ball out number 1, but an excellent fielding job by Max Allison. Steven, that's how you handle a hop. You come through the ground ball. You don't wait on it. He played that beautifully.
Yeah, he did. He just scooped it up, got it over to first for out number 1. We got Frankie Villa says, "Let's go Cats." So there's another one from Deming. Ooh, that one's high. Oh, that looked high and inside, but he calls that one a strike to Tyler Ray. So Tyler Ray will see his first pitch. 0-1 the count.
We'll get our scoreboard put back up here shortly. There's a swing and a miss as Ray took a hack at the curveball, and that thing just dropped off the table. So Tyler Ray now the second baseman looking at an 0-2 count. With 1 out, he swung and missed. Here's going to be the throw down to first. It's high, and it's going to be, he better get back on the bag.
Yeah, he didn't turn out.
So that's going to be a wild throw, so that goes down as a strikeout, but he's safe at first. And so Aztec has a runner in Tyler Ray, the 2-spot hitter. That brings up the 3-spot hitter who was our Desert Sports Live player of the game yesterday. It's the shortstop senior, number 17, Kel Watson. And Watson was 1 for 1, but he got walked. He got walked twice, got hit, but he scored every single time he was on base. He was lethal out there. Big hack, fouls it off out of the field of play down first base side, so his hand's just a little bit late on the fastball. As we mentioned, Esteban, he's got a live fastball.
Yeah, he's just coming right at these batters, not afraid at all to just throw it right down the pipe. And these Aztec batters, we got a timeout. Well, we got a quick timeout. I want to say, you see that QR code up in the top left-hand corner. Folks, we're not getting paid to be here. We come out and we do these things, and we live 100% off of sponsorships. We just became a 501c3 and got our bank account set up, and that's what that QR code goes to. So if you would like to help be a part of the DSL team, you can sponsor, and any amount helps. We did some basketball, and we had some people help us out there. So if that's something you feel like, if you're enjoying the stream and the coverage and you'd like to be a part of the DSL team, that's a way you can do it.
That's right. Love to see that out there. And, of course, you'll be a member of the DSL team forever. So Sure appreciate it if we could look into that. We're trying to get some lights turned off.
Yeah.
I don't even know why we allow vehicles out there, to be flat out honest with you. That makes no sense to me. That place should be completely cleared out over there. But nonetheless, what do I know? I'm nobody around here. There's a big hook and curve ball. Looked pretty. Outside for ball 1. 1-1 the count.
Runner on first, 1 out. And we have Cale Watson at the plate. Last night he had a big hit to finish that game. It was an in-the-park grand slam is what it was.
Sure was.
But if there's anybody that is a patient, solid hitter on this team, it's going to be Cale Watson.
Well, he has just played a ton of baseball since he was little, played for the Drillers pretty much his entire career, played for the Frackers, played in the Connie Mack World Series this past year, swung and fouled off, last year. So it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Watson. And Estevan, he is battling it up there with 1 out, but he's got Tyler Ray from Aztec standing over at first base. But Deming has a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first inning. Here's Cale Watson looking at the pitch from Estevan. Fastball swung on and fouled off. Does that stay in the field of play? Nope. So stays 1-2 count.
We got Tish Chaz out there, says, let's go T-Ray. And then we got Sarah Mariscal, 6095. Go Mariscal, and Porus from the Mariscal family in Deming.
Well, we got our girl, Mandy Sagata, checking in, and she says, go Brody, go Aztec. Her son, Brody, is the catcher behind home plate for the Tigers. Here's an off-speed pitch. That was drilled to third base, handled beautifully. There's 1 out at second.
Well,
and I got to tell you, that third baseman handled a hot one. Ezra Sines handled that beautifully and got it over to his second baseman, Allison, for out number 2. But Watson smoked that ball. Fielder's choice, and he'll stand over at first. And on the fielder's choice, the 5-4 out number 2. That brings up Christian Holmes, who yesterday was 1 for 2 in that game. 2 RBIs and 2 runs. Scored.
Yeah, Sines made a great play on that ball. Man, he throws it over to first, checks the runner over there, but man, that was a hard hit to handle. So good job by him. So here comes the pitch. It's going to be hit out into right field as it looks like the right fielder's got a beat on it, and that is going to be F9 for out number 3. So with no runs on no hits, 1 runner left on base, and no Deming errors. That's going to do it for the 1 complete inning. The first inning is over, and the score is 1-0. The Wildcats lead. You're watching Desert Sports Live. We'll be right back.
Looking for quality fencing? Hornet Fence has you covered. Residential, commercial, and industrial fence, gate, and gate operator sales and service. We do it all, where we carry the largest inventory of fencing supplies in the Four Corners area. Hornet Fence, helping you secure the nest.
We believe that every child deserves the best start in life, and we're committed to providing a safe, nurturing, and fun environment where your little ones can grow, learn, and thrive. Join the Kitty Camp family today, where smiles, learning, and love are always in abundance.
And we're back, folks. We're going to give you a couple of shout-outs. You got Ryan Ray says, where's the wind blowing? Well, it goes from third. It blows like from third over towards first, and then sometimes it blows from home plate out towards right field.
You know what? Steven's being awfully diplomatic here. We don't know. It won't make up its mind where it wants to blow.
and we got Jacob Mendoza says, come on, Deming, win this for us. And then Tiz Josh said, I wish this coaching staff was here 3 years ago. This team would be an absolute unit.
Deming stepping in, too.
Yep.
I love that.
Yeah, got some Deming fans tuning in and checking in. We love it. We got a good crowd out there tonight. Keep those coming in. Albert's got some for us.
Thank you. Cash Zagata tuning in. He says, let's go, Brody, number 11. I'll tell you, you want to talk about an up-and-coming player for the Aztec Tigers to look out for? Cash Zagata can absolutely rake at the plate. He's going to be an exciting player coming up for the Aztec Tigers, no doubt about it. Check swing. It's a fair ball. Anderson's got to get to first. Handled by Gonzalez. Beautifully done. 3-1 ground ball out number 1. As Sines just had that check swing that kind of drives you nuts, Steven. You didn't mean to swing, but you swung nonetheless. and it cost you.
Yeah, he kind of he wanted to turn on it, saw it was too high, but it was inside and high, and it just went off of his bat. It was just unfortunate. But we got number 34, Micah Guerrera, the left fielder now at the plate as Deming leads 1-0. There's a high pitch, and it's going to be ball one.
Well, Anderson's had excellent command tonight. I can almost guarantee you if he throws a pitch up high, he meant to throw that pitch. He reminds me exactly of Greg Maddux from the Braves. I mean, can just pepper wherever he wants to throw each pitch. He's just that good on the mound. And he's going to take a 1-1 count now to Guerrera, the left fielder for Deming, who leads this game 1-0 over Aztec. We're in the top of the second. There's a big fastball swung on and missed for strike two. So 1-2 the count. And you kind of see that control I was talking about with Anderson. He likes to make – he's a lot like J.W. Bayless, left-hander for Pedro Vista. They make a living on that outer half of the plate because they understand that's where the umpires are going to be calling their strikes.
Well, and that's we've been talking about. It was last season too. If it's on that outside corner, you better be swinging. Don't leave it up to the umpire because they call those a strike almost every time.
Well, and I just love how Sagata works the strike zone for his pitcher. He knows his job, tries to pull in the outside pitches inside. Listen, that's a catcher's job. You can say whatever you want to about it, but the job for the catcher is to give the umpire the best look they can. And that was an outside pitch. It was actually quite outside. And here comes the fastball. That time he threw it by him as Guerrera was swinging. He did not go down easy, but he struck out. And that's going to be out number 2 for Deming. It's going to bring up the 8-spot hitter. It's the first baseman, number 32, Royce Sutton.
Well, folks, keep those shout-outs coming in on the YouTube or 505-701-2222. Let us know who you're cheering for and where you're cheering from. That pitch is up high. It'll be ball one to Royce Sutton.
Is there anything better than a lefty-on-lefty battle in baseball? Or even in softball, because it's so unnatural for a lefty to face a left-handed pitcher. There's a ground ball. It's fair. Anderson fields it. Here's a throw over to first. Nicely done by Anderson, and he helps himself out. Steven with a 1-3 ground ball out number 3, and that'll end the inning.
So with no runs on no hits, no runners left on base, and no Aztec errors, that's going to do it for the top of the second inning. The score is 1-0. Wildcats leading here at the Aztec Invite, and you're listening to Desert Sports Live. We'll be right back.
American Equipment Manufacturing is a local business based in Farmington that specializes in the manufacturing of oil field equipment. Our extensive production facility allows us to provide high-quality products that meet the industry standards and industry knowledge.
ACES is a leader in the provision of control systems integration, migration, and design services to industries that include oil and gas, water, wastewater, irrigation, mining, as well as manufacturing and other private, local, and federal entities. With a senior staff.
All right, we are back, folks, and I got a couple shout-outs here from Alderson6440. Says, let's go Wildcats. So there's another Deming fan. Love hearing from all you guys out there as well. And then we got Twyla Favorino saying, hey, Albert, sorry about the car lights.
Is that what that was?
Oh, you're getting an apology for the car lights. You haven't learned how to turn everything off yet.
Oh, listen, I get it.
And she says that she watches Coulter coach. That's why they need to be able to park out there. And then we got Crystal Brooks says, nice.
That is family over there. So you know what? I'll make sure to let everybody know to back off of you a little bit. It's Gonzalez at the plate, and he's going to look at a curveball in there for strike one. And, you know, that's the way to get started. I just love Estevan Mariscal's approach to the plate, Stephen, on the mound. No fear from that young man. He just goes right at the strike zone because Uriah Gonzalez is a big-time hitter for the Aztec Tigers. That's a 1-1 count. Gonzalez yesterday 1 for 2, but he had 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored, so he had a big day at the plate. This young man works really hard, but that off-speed pitch from Mariscal is nasty.
Well, I was watching that one on the screen, and it looked like it was going center, and it just dropped and cut outside. super. I mean, it had a lot of movement on it. That I could see why he would take a swing at that one. Here comes the next pitch.
It's amazing to see these two pitchers throw right now, and Anderson and Marskell. Steven, you don't see any emotion coming off of either one of them, regardless if they miss a pitch or if they thought it was a strike and it was called a ball. They are as cool as the other side of the pillow. Who was that, huh?
Yeah.
Who was that?
Scott?
That's right, Scott, our old school friend, and he's going to strike out Uriah on the inside half of the plate, goes down looking, and that'll be out number 1 for the Aztec Tigers.
Yeah. So next up, number 7, Corey Douglas, the right fielder. He was on the mound last night, the winning pitcher.
That's right.
For the Aztec Tigers last night. And the lefty, so he will step into the box.
He was 0 for 2 at last night's game with 1 run scored, but he is due. Check swing right there, and that's okay, you know. I mean, knowing Coulter the way I know him, he's all right with that because he's being aggressive. And, you know, the one thing that Coulter does is he does a fantastic job of just letting his kids figure it out. Big curveball. The one thing Aztec better figure out is how to take a hack at this Marskell's curveball, Steven, because it is nasty.
Well, speaking of Marskell, it says, go Deming. Happy birthday, Estevan Marskell. So he is pitching on his birthday. That one's going to be fouled off, and that will keep the count at 0-2. So happy birthday to Estevan Marskell out there on the mound. And then we got Johnny Cruz saying, let's go Aztec.
All right, Cruz checking in. Marskell's family checking in. Happy birthday to you, young man. If you go back to listen to this broadcast, he's doing a fantastic job on the mound right now. 0-2 the count. Here comes the pitch. A hard shot. That's a base hit by Douglas. And what did I say just a moment ago, Steven? Douglas was due. He was making excellent contact all day last night. It went underneath the legs of the right fielder, and he's going to have a single, but it's going to end up being all the way over to third base. And in scoring position is Douglas, as that was a single and then an error on the right fielder. Yep, so you got to give them an error there, and or a base hit and then an error.
Well, Douglas comes up with the first hit of the game for the Aztec Tigers, puts them in great shape here as number 27, Hayden Eaton, the designated hitter, will step up to the plate. He's got a great opportunity here.
Well, what did Eaton do yesterday, Steven? 2 for 3 on the day, 1 RBI, 3 runs scored. This kid can swing it at the plate. Now, right now, if you're Marskell, you're just going to kind of take a deep breath. Everything's all right for you. You've got an out right now. Just got to focus in on here, and he's working out of the stretch. I like that. I think it's a better flow for pitchers to throw from the windup, Steven. I just truly feel that from my heart. I know most pitchers these days work from the stretch, but I like the windup because it gives you so much more momentum. He's got to throw a fastball. And he swung on it and missed, and I guarantee you Eaton wishes he had that pitch back because he ain't going to see another one right down the middle like that again.
Yeah, he took a good hack at it, but just a little bit behind, comes off the top of the bat, out over the backstop. Makes the count 2-1. Runner on third, 1 out. We are in the bottom of the second inning. Where we got a good game going here between these two teams, and this is what we expected.
Absolutely.
And if you're both of these coaches, you're excited about this game because this is a game you want to see early in the season.
Sure is, and we got a ton of viewers on YouTube.
Do.
We can see you guys. Don't forget to share this link out to everybody, all your family. They can watch it from anywhere in the world. We get people from China, Australia.
we got
I'm not
Korea,
joking about that. I mean, all over the place.
We've had them check in from everywhere. We love it. So keep sending that link out. We keep getting more and more people on. Here comes the windup and the pitch. Oh, right down the middle.
Well, I'll tell you.
Oh, was that, or did he call that a ball?
He called that a ball,
wow.
and Aztec got away with one
3.
there. That was absolutely strike 3.
Wow.
And so right now, if you're Eaton, you got to make up for this one here. You got life left on this, so let's see what he comes up with. Off-speed pitch. You have to expect that coming at you. And again, Marskell with a beautiful curveball for out number 2. That is just such a dirty pitch.
Oh, man.
And, we talk about out pitches all the time. Anderson, he's got a running fastball. It's his go-to pitch, in my opinion. It's very hard to hit. Right now, Marskell's go-to pitch, it's that curveball because Aztec has not been able to figure it out. That's ball 1 in the dirt as Brody Sagata, the catcher, up to the plate. And this young man he's a three-sport athlete, just like his brother. Excellent athletic family with his parents as well. I mean, they were high-level athletes when they were in high school. There's a high fastball for ball 2.
Well, you got to give his parent, his dad's the athletic trainer here. You got to give
That's right.
Mr. Sagata, Justin Sagata, a shout out as well. Does a fantastic job as the athletic trainer.
Well, he just doesn't get enough recognition, does Justin Sagata. There's that off-speed pitch curveball, and he's lost his touch a little bit with that curveball right now, Steven. That was way in the dirt. That hit way out in front, but no doubt about it, Brody's going to get the red light here, get himself on base. But let's see what Coach Sean does at third base, and there's a fastball in there for strike 1. So obviously he had the red light. And, you know, I think if you're one of the Gatorade Players of the Year, Coach is probably going to give you the green light with 3-0 count. If you're not, you're getting the red light.
That's right.
I don't know. You better be Barry Bonds out there is what I'm trying to get at. There's a off-speed pitch way outside for ball 4. So Brody does his job and draws the walk. So that puts a runner at first and third with 2 outs. And we're going to hit our 9-spot hitter. It's going to be number 4, the left fielder, Jaden Brooks. And Brooks yesterday 1 for 3 on the game. Steven, 3 RBIs. So this kid is quite dangerous. Oh, did we mention this kid can fly on the base paths? If he could get a base hit, watch out. This kid could turn it easily a single into a stand-up double to a triple.
Yeah, we got to get the base hit here. Want to try to get that run in over there on third. He's going to foul that one back over the backstop. That'll be strike 1.
I like the aggression. Off-speed pitch Marscal started him off with Brooks. Brooks took a hack. It was in the zone, just fouled it off. But I like the aggression from Brooks. Really, both of these lineups, Steven, they've come in here. They're ready to play. They're not going down watching strikes go by them. They're taking hacks. They know what this tournament is all about. Marscal comes set, takes a look. Long pause, up high fastball for ball 1. 1-1 the count with 2 outs, and it's a 1-0 lead for Deming.
We got clips for you on the YouTube chat. Says, let's go Wildcats from an old teammate. Checking in from Wyoming.
Oh, old teammate. Well, explain a little more. Did you graduate from Deming? Did you play baseball? I'd love to hear about that story a little bit. Takes off to second. That is a guard swing, and I mean that was a rocket of an arm down to second. Holy smokes, did Danny Porras step back and let it rip down to second and throws him out in Sagata. Pardon me, it wasn't Sagata, it was a pinch runner for Sagata, but nonetheless, that'll end the inning. Great job by the catcher.
Wow, he gunned him down. So with no runs on 1 hit, 1 runner left on base, and 1 Deming error. That's going to do it for the second inning, where your score remains 1-0. The Wildcats leading, and we will be right back.
Looking for quality fencing? Hornet Fence has you covered. Residential, commercial, and industrial fence, gate, and gate operator sales and service. We do it all, where we carry the largest inventory of fencing supplies in the Four Corners area. Hornet Fence, helping you secure the nest.
We believe that every child deserves the best start in life, and we're committed to providing a safe, nurturing, and fun environment where your little ones can grow, learn, and thrive. Join the Kitty Camp family today, where smiles, learning, and love are always in abundance.
And folks, we are back. Crystal Brooks sent in and said, come on, JJ. And I didn't get to it in time, but the good news is that Jaden will be back up to bat first in this inning as well, since he didn't get to finish his at-bat. But coming up for the Wildcats, we have 9, 1, and 2, Tavo Rodriguez, Max Allison, and Chris Oliveira.
Well, Rodriguez will get his first at-bat, and he's a big kid. He's about as tall as Brody out there, and Brody's well over 6 foot, so Rodriguez stepping into the plate from the right-hand side. And Anderson, thus far, throwing a beauty, just gave up a run on an error. And so it was an unearned run. There's a bunt to third, handled by Anderson. Here's the throw. Gunned him out. And a nice throw. Rodriguez gave it every bit he could, and he darn near almost outran the throw, but he gets down there as Anderson just lets it rip across the diamond. Or, excuse me, Archuleta.
Yeah, Jace Archuleta, that was great field awareness. That bunt
Archuleta
came in late. He came up, got it over to first base and gets the out. And I'll get to that shout out here after this pitch. Here comes the pitch from Anderson, as it will be a strike on the swing and miss, as number 9, Max Allison, a second baseman, back up. He got on an error back in the first inning and scored a run. But we got Sharon Hanna says Tigers miss watching Maverick play.
Yeah, Maverick was an excellent ball player here for the Aztec Tigers, no doubt about that. And yep, Allison is the only run scored for either team thus far. He's looking at a 1-1 count. Fastball swung on and missed. Actually, pardon me, that was an off-speed pitch, and Allison way out in front of it. So 1 ball, 2 strikes with an out, and Anderson just dialed in right now, Steven.
Yeah, he's throwing hard. He's throwing good. He's hitting his spots. That's going to be fouled off to keep the count at 1-2. And we got another happy birthday shout out to Estevan Mariscal from Savannah. And then Sharon Hannon said, "Let's go, Caden," as he's out on the mound right now for the Tigers. And man, both these pitchers pitching a great game.
They sure are. Struck him out. Brody hangs on to it. Nasty off-speed pitch. Allison doesn't go down easily, though. He goes down swinging for out number 2, but an excellent pitch by Anderson. And, man, are these two pitchers putting on a show right now for you tonight.
Yeah, this is a fun game to watch. I was looking forward to this game, honestly. I knew it was going to be a good one, and it is a good game. So now with 2 outs, no runners on, we have number 7, Chris Oliveira, stepping up to the plate. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout back in the first inning.
Here's a pitch from Anderson. Fastball just tailed outside away from the hitter for ball 1. And that's the kind of pitch I'm telling you about right there. That's an out pitch for Anderson as his fastball tails away from the hitter. And it's so difficult because you think you're going to barrel it up and then you nub it right off the end of the bat. That was a huge hack from Oliveira as he fouls that thing off straight back to the backstop. So it's a 1-1 count with 2 outs. Deming leads this game 1-0. And right now, Anderson on the mound for the Aztec Tigers. He has 4 strikeouts on the night. And there's an off-speed pitch in there for strike 2. That was nasty itself. And I'm trying to look at this, Steven. Anderson's only has 1 hit tonight. So he's got 4 strikeouts and 1 hit. And 1 run scored, but it was an unearned run. And there he goes. He'll strike out the side. Steven going down swinging is Oliveira, and that'll end the inning for Deming.
All right, no runs on no hits, no runners left on base, no Aztec errors. After the top of the 3rd inning, your score is 1-0. The Deming Wildcats in the lead here at the Aztec Invite. You're watching Desert Sports Live. We're going to recognize our sponsors.
American Equipment Manufacturing is a local business based in Farmington that specializes in the manufacturing of oilfield equipment. Our extensive production facility allows us to provide high-quality products that meet the industry standards and industry knowledge.
ACES is a leader in the provision of control systems integration, migration, and design services to industries that include oil and gas, water, wastewater, irrigation, mining, as well as manufacturing and other private, local, and federal entities. With a senior staff
It's a 1-0 lead heading into the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Aztec Tigers coming up to bat. And again, I know he's got a fan out there listening. Jaden Brooks will lead off again for the Aztec Tigers. Archuleta, Ray, all coming up to bat here shortly, as it's still Mariscal up on the mound for Deming, and he's been throwing a beauty up to this point. Not a whole lot of strikeouts, but what he is doing, Stephen, he's getting the ball in play to his infield, and his infield has really helped him out in this game tonight. I was looking over at the dugout with Coulter Favorino and his Aztec Tigers. He knows how to coach these boys. You could see him over there tell him, hey, keep swinging the bat. Don't press. do what you do. We've been here before, so we're going to see Brooks, see if he can come up to get things started for the Aztec Tigers. But, hey, it's been a difficult thing to do tonight, the way Marscala has been throwing the baseball.
All right, Crystal, here's JJ. He's back up at the plate. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike one as the birthday boy out on the mound is out there throwing a game.
Estevan reached back and let that fastball rip right down the heart of the plate, challenging Brooks. On the first pitch, he's going to throw a fastball outside and down low, and he was able to get Brooks to chase that one, so it's an 0-2 count, as that was no doubt about it, a ball. So Brooks now is back against the wall. Swung on, there's that nasty curveball, but he could make it safe. That kid can fly.
Wow.
And I'll tell you what, if Deming did not have a catcher in Danny Parras with a cannon for an arm, I'm telling you, Brooks is safe there. Strikeout number one, out number one. That'll bring up the leadoff hitter, the third baseman, number 2, Jace Archuleta. He's 0 for 1, but he had a fantastic play in the last inning to help his pitcher out.
And we got RH50565 says, let's go Wildcats. Another one in there for the Wildcats. Here comes the pitch. Ooh, great looking pitch. That thing was an off-speed pitch that just fell right across the zone for strike one.
Here is a big hack, and that's going to be a base hit for Archuleta. And he's done a great job adjusting from his swing yesterday. Had his hands a little bit high. Gets him lowered now in this game. And, boy, he looked good at the plate right there. That was a high fastball. He went after it and got a piece of it. So Archuleta standing over at first base. Tyler Ray up to bat. Steven, this young man is due. He's the second baseman for the Tigers. I just got a feeling he's due here shortly. But, again, he's got to take on Estevan, who's not made it easy tonight for the Tigers.
Yep, here comes Mariscal. Oh, that one was up high, and he goes up after it, and it is high fly ball. Parras, oh, he can't come up with the catch. Fortunately for Ray, it falls to the ground. Those are, I mean, it looks like everybody might think, oh, he should have made that catch. Those are so hard to catch, and especially with a catcher's glove on too, but they just come down so at an awkward angle. But
well, you got to get out of your stance. Then you got to get rid of your mask. Then you got to throw your mask away so you don't trip over it. And then you got to find the ball. Yeah, pretty difficult. Taking off to second. Here's the throw down. There's the slide. There's the tag.
Oh, he dropped
it. So he had him thrown out. Did the catcher again. And Danny just throws a rocket down to second base. It was caught. The tag was put on, but the ball popped out. And the umpire says, no, sir. And that is the right call by the umpire. He did not hold on to the baseball. And he's going to slide in safely at second. Does Archuleta. He turns on the burners. But you're going to have Deming's coach come out here. He's got to do his job, too, and have a conversation with the umpire at second base. Can't blame him for that. It's an 0-1 count on Tyler Ray right now. That is a good question. That was a pitch. We'll see if the umpire will give us the fingers here to let us know if he's 1-1 or 0-2.
Yeah, I mean that
1-1. So there we go. One ball, one strike.
I'd be afraid to steal against Parras. That kid,
Absolutely.
That was another money shot right there. Boom, right on point. It just got dropped, but swung on and missed for strike 2 to Tyler Ray.
I mean, just that curve. That pitch. He comes set. Here comes a pitch. Another curveball. Gosh, and when you really watch that, there's taken off to third. Was Archuleta. He's going to slide in safely again.
Man, I'll tell you what. Parras, I know he's frustrated. I think they thought they got him there. And Archuleta, he's living life on the edge, stealing bases. But now Ray with a great opportunity with one out. 2-2 is the count. And if he can get a base hit, he will drive in the first run for Aztec.
I mean, even really right now, Steven, it's a deep fly ball to the outfield or a ground ball hit to the middle of the infield or to the first baseman. You're going to score the run at third base. There's a fastball peppered in there. Outside, right on the corner, just missed it. So full count now on Tyler Ray. And again, he's just one swing away from tying this ball game up. Something to the middle, to the right side, or into the outfield. Here comes a pitch. Curveball. Drove to the shortstop. Here gets his job done, does Ray. Steven, that's important right there. He gets the run to score from third, and Archuleta ties the game up 1-1. Yeah, he is out, but on the fielder's choice, he's going to get an RBI.
Yep, great job. That's what he needed to do, and he got it done, as that was a 6-3 out number 2. But Jace Archuleta comes across the plate after doing a great job on the base path to get all the way over to third. So next up, you have number 17, Cale Watson, with 2 outs, no one on.
Watson 0 for 1 as he got on a fielder's choice. There's a high curveball for ball 1. So 2 outs, and we're tied up 1-1 in the bottom of the third. There's a big curveball again, swung on and missed by Watson. And it was way outside. You kind of see Watson shake his head because he knew he shouldn't have swung at that pitch. But, hey, that's why you get 2 more. Here it comes. Fastball, and he hammers that to the gap. This could be a stand-up triple, but easily a stand-up double with his speed, and he'll slow it down. That's the smart thing to do. Don't run yourself into an out. And he's standing up with a shot out into the gap into center, right center field, Steven. And he hit that pitch exactly where Estevan threw it. Yeah. A little high on the outer half of the plate, and he punched it right into the gap. Beautiful piece of hitting for Cale Watson.
Well, I'm guessing Mariscal was wishing he had that pitch back, because he just put it right perfect for Cale to just knock that thing right out into the gap. We have number 3, Christian Holmes now. 0 for 1, flew out to right field at his first at bat in the first. Swung on and missed for strike 1.
Man, we can't say enough about that curveball from Estevan. It is a high-level grade curveball for this young man. He comes set, looking at Watson. He's going to take off, and that is a huge challenge as the ball was thrown low and outside. And the catcher in Danny Paraska did the best he could to throw out Cale Watson, but hey, that is not an easy job to do, throwing that young man out on the bases.
That was a good matchup between Paras and
Cale.
It sure was. Wasn't it?
It sure was.
Fastest kid on the field to the catcher. There's a nice hit down the third baseline. That will drive in a run. That will be an RBI. Is he going to get 2? An RBI double for Christian Holmes. Man, so Aztecs bats kind of coming alive here in this bottom of the third inning, as they will take the lead for the first time in this game off of Christian Holmes' double.
Well, Holmes just keeps going, Steven. He was 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Now chalk up 3 RBIs in 2 games. As you got Gonzalez, and Gonzalez had a monster game yesterday with 2 RBIs and 2 runs himself. So here comes a pitch, check, swing. He wasn't ready for that. That was the off speed. And he'll look at an 0-1 count as Aztec has a runner at second base. In Holmes, after the RBI double, stand-up double he had just a moment ago. They're going to get him back to the bag. That was just kind of making sure, hey, I know you're over there. I see your lead.
I'm looking at you.
Push you back here a little bit.
All right, folks, keep those shout-outs coming in. Let us know who you're cheering for, where you're cheering from, and we'll get those out for these players. Ooh, swung on and missed for strike 2. 0-2 the count now to Uriah Gonzalez with 2 outs and a runner on second.
Well, unfortunately, the last 2 at-bats that Uriah has had, he swung at a couple of bad pitches. There's another one way out of the strike zone in the dirt, took a hack at it. So he's going to have to figure out how to come back from that, and he will. He's a heck of a ball player. And but that just goes to show how nasty that off-speed pitch is for Estevan.
That's right. So we got 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 runner left on base, and no Deming errors. We'll be right back.
Looking for quality fencing? Hornet Fence has you covered. Residential, commercial, and industrial fence, gate, and gate operator sales and service. We do it all, where we carry the largest inventory of fencing supplies in the Four Corners area. Hornet Fence, helping you secure the nest.
We believe that every child deserves the best start in life, and we're committed to providing a safe, nurturing, and fun environment where your little ones can grow, learn, and thrive. Join the Kitty Camp family today, where smiles, learning, and love are always in abundance.
It's a 2-1 lead for the Aztec Tigers as we head into the top of the 4th inning after a RBI double by Holmes that broke the game wide open. Of course, Archuleta scored as he got a base hit for the Aztec Tigers, led off for the Tigers. Actually, he was the 2-spot hitter. Then he comes all the way to score the tying run, and then Kel Watson finds his way on base as he hit a rocket out into left center field. At second base, he scores from second after Holmes had a big shot down left field line. And now Deming's got 3, 4, and 5 coming up. It's Mogier, Masquel, and Porras. And here we go. Daniel Mogier, he is 0 for 1. He flew out to center field. There's a fastball on the outer half of the plate for strike 1. So 0-1 the count on Daniel Mogier, the shortstop. Here comes a pitch. Swung on and fouled off. So quickly, it's an 0-2 count on Mogier. It's either Mogier or Mosier. I'm going to go with Mosier. How about I don't see an ear at the end, so we're going to go Mosier.
Right.
We'll get that scoreboard up for you here shortly.
Come on, Randy. Counting on you back there.
He's doing a great job.
He's doing a good job.
Doing a great job.
We just got to give him a little bit of a hard time. That one's high for ball 1. I got a couple shout-outs here, and it was Sharon Hanna. She said, great job, Jace. That was back in that last inning. There was a lot of good stuff for Aztec. And then we got Amber Eaton says, let's go Tigers. Way to go, boys.
Here's a pitch from Anderson. Fastball outside for ball 2. Tough pitch to lay off of, but it was outside. Whoop, pardon me. What did I just do here?
Got to get that. Albert's getting to run the scoreboard, too.
There we go. Hit the wrong button. Here we are. Fastball. High foul ball. Let's see if Sagata can get underneath it. And that's what we're talking about. Yeah. That's how difficult it is for catchers to track those balls down. And really, if you're the third baseman and the first baseman, you got to come running in and kind of just pointing, letting your catcher know if he's close to the fence or not. But Sagata and the catcher for Deming both not able to track a foul ball in their area, but it's a heck of a lot harder to do that than it looks. Here's a fastball. Ground ball to Gonzalez. He bobbles it. And that's going to be a error on the first baseman as he just took it off the top of the chest instead of coming through the ground ball. He tried to back off of it, and it took a bad hop on him.
Yeah, well, that was a tough play to make. That thing kind of came crazy fast as Mosier, it kind of was like chopping wood. It came in high, and he came down on it and was behind it and just chopped it over there to first base, and it was just kind of a crazy hit, but nonetheless, he will end up on first base, and we have Estevan Mariscal, the pitcher, number 21 at the plate. That one's right in there for strike 1.
Boy, and that came in there with some authority, did it not? Anderson reared back and let that thing fly. Fastball in the outer half of the plate for strike 1. He comes set, looks at the runner at first. Here's a pitch again. Fastball swung on and fouled off again. So Mariscal is really taking some big hats here, Stephen. He's 1 for 1, as you said, with an RBI, and he's got a runner at first trying to look to advance him over, but he's got a tough feat himself taking on Anderson, who's been pretty darn good tonight for the Aztec Tigers with a 2-1 lead over Deming. What a fantastic ball game, folks. Swung on and fouled off, so he'll get another opportunity. Unfortunately, Sagata couldn't hold on to it. And I think Sagata is a little confused because I think he's saying that it wasn't fouled, that the guy swung and missed and he should have been out, is what Sagata's saying. So the umpire called foul. Catcher saying, no way, that wasn't a foul. And it's a 2-2 count right now.
Mariscal, he'll take it.
Absolutely. He'll get another opportunity. Here's the pitch. Fastball, ground ball right up the middle, and it's going to be a base hit. So if you're Deming, you're saying, heck yeah, with the second opportunity. If you're Aztec, you're saying, dude, Mr. Umpire, that was a strikeout. And you just cost us. But either way, we're way up here. Who knows what happens? We're just saying what happened on the field. And Esteban comes through in a big way for his team.
Well, and you know, we talk about this all the time, but baseball, it's such a chess game. One error can cost you an entire game, you know, like, or one call like that. And I'm not trying to blame umpires. Don't get me wrong, but because, you know, he just made the best call. He thought it was a foul, you know, but that call could end up costing him a run or you know what I'm saying. So, man, you got to be on point with your defense, with everything you're doing out there on the field, so that stuff doesn't come into play. That one's in there for strike one.
So Paris, the catcher, he's 0 for 1 on the day, but he's got an opportunity here for Deming. He can tie it up or possibly even give him a lead with a big hit here. Anderson taking some time. Here's the pitch, fastball, and that's hit right to Cale Watson for the double play. And Aztec gets 2 outs right off the bat as that was a line drive hit to the shortstop in Cale Watson. And that's those quick hands we're talking about, Steven. It didn't take him but even a half a second to get the ball out of his glove and fire it over to Tyler Ray for 2 outs. What a play.
F6 it's F6, 6-4 for the double play as Cale Watson makes a heads-up play, great field awareness. And I'm not sure, because you watched Mosier, he kind of froze and watched the play happen rather than getting back to second base. But nonetheless, now 2 outs and a runner on first. Here comes the pitch from Anderson. That'll be fouled back into the backstop for strike one. As number 6, Ezra Sines, is now at the plate for the Wildcats. So, man, Aztec with that great defense right there, that'll really help you out, get the momentum going and get you turned around a little bit after that call.
Well, the viewership keeps going up and up and up, so you folks must be doing, oh, he takes off to second. No way is he going to be close to throwing that down. Oh, no. Unfortunately for Watson, he let the ball go through his legs, and that pushed the runner from second to third. And that was unfortunate for the Tigers because now you got a runner in scoring position on the throw down to second. And, you know, really for Brody, he probably should have held on to that. But, again, that's a communication. You got to have your middle infield running up telling him, hold the ball, do not throw the ball. And so if Brody doesn't see that, he's throwing it down to second. And it's a 1-1 count here.
Got that outside corner.
Strike two. This is Sines, who's 0 for 1. He grounded out to Uriah Gonzalez, the first baseman, in the the second inning. Ground ball, that's going to be trouble. Handled by Ray. He bobbled it. And it's going to be, they got him. So he is going to be called out at first base. Tyler Ray hangs with it, Steven. He bobbled it, picked it up with his bare hand, guns him out at first, and that'll be out number 3.
So with no runs on one hit, one runner left on base, and one Aztec error after the top of the 4th inning, your score is now 2-1. The Aztec Tigers leading here in these teams' second game of the Aztec Invite, and we will be right back.
American Equipment Manufacturing is a local business based in Farmington that specializes in the manufacturing of oil field equipment. Our extensive production facility allows us to provide high-quality products that meet the industry standards and industry knowledge.
ACES is a leader in the provision of control systems integration, migration, and design services to industries that include oil and gas, water, wastewater, irrigation, mining, as well as manufacturing and other private, local, and federal entities. With a senior staff.
All right, folks, we are back, and it looks like we have a new –
I thought it was a new pitcher,
No, okay,
but
we
it's
don't
not.
have a new pitcher. Okay. There for a minute we thought we had a new pitcher, but nope, Mariscal is still on the mound for the Deming Wildcats.
Listen, folks, false alarm with the old man eyes over here. I thought it was a new pitcher. I was wrong. Forgive me. Forgiveness is warranted. And Aztec coming up with It is 6, 7, and 8. Douglas, Eaton, and Sagata all coming up to play for the Aztec Tigers, and you still have Estevan Mariscal still on the mound for Deming, and he's throwing up beauty. It's a 2-1 lead for Aztec. Boy, I got to tell you, if you want to watch a fantastic baseball game, you're watching it right now. And Douglas is going to step in from the left-hand side of the box. He's got a did he have a base hit his first at bat?
Yes, he had a single in the second inning. You are correct.
He got a base hit, so he's
1
for 1. Is Corey Douglas, our winning pitcher, and we got lights on again in the outfield.
Don't you say anything.
I'm not saying anything to anybody. But they got the car lights on the very end of the parking lot this time. And we need a runner out there for people to start running out there and telling them to shut those off. So here we go. Right-hander in. Oh, that was a big curveball in there for ball 1. Douglas kind of ducks out of the way. And it's a 1-0 count. Swung on and missed. Strike 1, 1-1 now.
All right, maybe we can get that scoreboard back up on the screen, Mr. Randy.
There's a big swing and a miss. 0-2. See, oh, sorry. So 1-2 count with no outs to Douglas, who's 1 for 1 on the day. He's seen 2 back-to-back curveballs. Are we going to see a third? Probably, and we do. Big off-speed pitch, up high, got him to chase it, and struck him out for out number 1. Tough pitch to go up and get, as Estevan has been fantastic tonight. You know, I really am curious to see how much longer Coach is going to keep Estevan in this game. He's throwing quite a bit of pitches tonight to the Tigers.
Yeah, he is. Here comes, oh, that was a great-looking pitch in there for strike 1 as Hayden Eaton will watch that one go by. So with no runners on, 1 out, we are in the bottom of the 4th inning. Aztec leading 2-1. That slim lead that they just got last inning is going to go off the catcher's glove back to the backstop. That will be ball 1. But folks, keep those shout-outs coming in. We haven't had one for a while on the YouTube live chat. Let us know who you're cheering for, where you're cheering from, and we'll get that shout-out as that one's low for ball. So 2-1 the count now to Hayden Eaton.
Douglas struck out, so I'm trying to get my book caught up here. Apologize, folks.
All right, there's a swing and a miss for strike 2. So 2-2 the count to Hayden Eaton, who is 0 for 1 on this evening. He struck out back in the 2nd inning. We're going to see if he can't get something started here for the Tigers in the 4th. That's going to bring the count to full. So let's see what Mariscal brings on this pitch. Is he going to bring that out pitch, Albert?
Well, if I'm him, I'm going to the curveball because that is what he's had the most success with. And there it is, struck him out. Felt like it was really, really low, and I got to tell you, he isn't wrong. That ball was in the dirt when the umpire finally called it a strike, so he goes down, looking, does Eaton. 2 outs. And listen, that's just part of the game, right, Steven? I mean, just sometimes you're not going to get the call that you obviously thought was a ball, and everybody else knew it was a ball. It's just that's the way the game goes. So fastball in there for strike 1, and that's the first time that we've seen Estevan start somebody off with the fastball instead of a curveball. He's really had excellent success with his curveball. What he hasn't had a whole lot of success with, which is kind of wild, is his fastball, Steven. He has not been able to find the strike zone too often with his fastball.
Yeah.
There it is. That's that curveball again.
Man, he's nailing that pitch. That will bring the count to 1-2, 2 outs, no runners on here in the bottom of the 4th. Brody Sagata trying to get something going for Aztec. Here's the pitch, and he check swings it. It's in the dirt. Can he make it down to first? Paris.
His foot was pulled.
Yep, he made it.
Pulled his foot off, so Sagata will be standing over at first base as he still is going to go down with the strikeout, but he'll be standing at first base, and Jaden Brooks will step up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 for the Tigers, but he's got an opportunity here.
Well, I just see that shout. It says Amber Eaton. It says, come on, hey. And folks, whenever I read your shout-outs, our stream is behind where we're actually at live. So when I give you your shout-outs, I know it'll come in late, and you'll be like, oh, he's not up at the plate anymore, but that is why. But I still want to get your guys' shout-outs in there and let these kids know you're out there cheering for them.
Well, Brooks steps in. Estevan comes set. Big curveball again, and he just waved at it, Steven, like he completely lost every bit of his mechanics on that swing, did Brooks, and just fouls it off. So he'll get a couple more opportunities here again, but no doubt about it, you guys got to dig in because Estevan, his curveball has been the hammer tonight for him. 0-1 the count right now to Brooks. He's got an opportunity with Sagata over at first. There's a high fastball, and right now, Estevan's still struggling to find that fastball into the strike zone.
So 1-1, I'm sorry. Yeah, 1-1 the count. 2 outs, runner on first. As Mariscal still on the mound for the Wildcats. He'll check that runner. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2.
That time, that was a fastball that Estevan was able to put right down the heart of the plate, and he just blew it right by Brooks. Brooks really late on that fastball. So here we go. Here comes the pitch. It's a curveball again, and he's going to fight him off. He still stays alive. I thought he fouled it off. It passed the catcher.
Not sure what happened there.
Well, the catcher's very upset, but I don't know. I'm not sure what happened. I thought it was just he swung and missed the ball, and the catcher missed it. But I think what he's saying is he tipped it. Nonetheless, we're going to the top of the lineup. It's Jace Archuleta coming up to bat. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored. He got Aztec on the board first. He's swinging the bat nicely today. He's played excellent at third base for the Tigers tonight. Let's see what he could do, because Steven, he's got a real opportunity right now to give Aztec an extended lead here. There's a big curveball swung on and fouled off for an 0-1 count.
Yeah, I'm still confused on what
Well,
happened.
he struck out. I'm pretty sure Brooks struck out, but he ran it out to first only because the catcher thought that it was a foul ball.
Oh, so the catcher tipped it with his glove all the way up into the backstop. I
That's
thought it was
correct.
a foul ball. That's why I couldn't figure out what happened.
There's
Goes
a
down
ground
and
ball
gets it.
to the third baseman. Wasn't hit too sharply, so the third baseman able to handle that in Ezra Signs, and he'll just step on third base for the force out, but that's going to end the inning, Steven.
Yeah, so with no runs on no hits and one runner left on base and no Deming errors, that's going to do it. For 4 complete innings, your score is 2-1. The Wildcats lead here at the Aztec Invite. We'll be right back.
American Equipment Manufacturing is a local business based in Farmington that specializes in the manufacturing of oil field equipment. Our extensive production facility allows us to provide high-quality products that meet the industry standards and industry knowledge.
ACES is a leader in the provision of control systems integration, migration, and design services to industries that include oil and gas, water, wastewater, irrigation, mining, as well as manufacturing and other private, local, and federal entities. With a senior staff.
Welcome back. It's a 2-1 lead for the Aztec Tigers. We're ahead of the top of the 5th inning. And coming up to bat for Deming, it's going to be 7, 8, 9. Guerrera, Sutton, Rodriguez, all coming up to bat. We got a shout out from a lovely wife. Says, dang, I sure do love those camera angles. DSL, keep rocking it out, and let's go Tigers.
Yeah, we love those camera angles too.
So we're set to go, top of the 5th inning. And it's going to be the 7th spot hitter, and Micah Guerrera coming up to bat. He's 0 for 1 on the day. He struck out in the 2nd inning. He's going to get a second at bat against Anderson. There's a high fastball swung on and fouled off for an 0-1 count. Really, both of these pitchers, I thought they were going to have a lot higher pitch count than what they have. Estevan around that 60 pitch count, and Anderson not too much actually quite a bit less than that. I don't even think he's touched 40 yet. There's a fastball outside for ball 1. So 1-1 the count on Guerrera. The right-handed hitter for Deming. Aztec leads this game 2-1. Anderson comes set. Here's a pitch. Up high and outside for ball 2. So 21 the count. And 2-1 the lead in a very cold, crispy night here in Aztec. A whole lot of funny stuff with the weather. It was supposed to snow. It was supposed to rain. It was supposed to be windy. Well, all it did was windy, and it snowed earlier this morning for about 2 seconds. There's a big hack and a miss for strike 2. So 2-2 the count now on Guerrera. Let's see what Anderson can come up with here. I've got a feeling it's going to be that running fastball to the outer half of the plate. Let's see where Sagata sets up. He does. Here's the pitch, and there's the off-speed pitch, though. He changed it up and got Guerrera to take a hack at it. Struck him out for out number 1. So both of these pitchers, I mean, just what a treat, Steven. Both of these pitchers on the mound for their teams, and they are just battling, giving it every bit they got.
It's definitely a pitcher's duel, and man, both these teams playing some good baseball here at the beginning of the season. I mean, there's a few mistakes here and there, but overall, man, both these teams are doing a great job tonight. It's been enjoyable for sure. That one's in there for strike 1 to number 32, Royce Sutton, the first baseman. As we've seen some good plays, we've seen some good hits, we've seen a little bit of everything tonight.
Ooh, big check swing, and that was a big curveball in there for strike 2. Yeah, I mean, gosh, now you see Anderson going to his off-speed, taking a page out of Estefan's book, and he's been nasty with it. Here comes a pitch, fastball, ground ball to the shortstop. Here's Watson, high hop. There's the throw in the dirt. Oh, Gonzalez had it, just couldn't hang on to it. And the ball thrown in the dirt. Gonzalez did best he could. It's going to be an E6 on the throw. And Sutton gets on base, and if you're Deming, that's exactly what you needed to see out of Sutton to get on and give yourself an opportunity with 1 out. That'll bring up the 9-spot hitter. It's the right fielder, number 8, Tavo Rodriguez, who is 0 for 1. He grounded out to the third baseman in the 3rd inning. This is his 2nd at-bat, and there's no outs, so the runner at first for Deming. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled off for an 0-1 count. Boy, Rodriguez just, his front foot kind of bails out towards third base.
I was going to say, it looked like he kind of stepped back when he was swinging. I didn't know if I saw that right or not, but nonetheless, he has a 0-1 count. Here comes the pitch from Anderson. Swung on and missed for strike 2. And we got Tony Mariscal says, happy birthday, mijo. We're watching from Tucson. Go Deming Wildcats. So another birthday shout out for the pitcher for the Wildcats. He's doing a fantastic job this evening.
Well, we've said happy birthday to him, and he had 2 members say happy birthday to him. So we sure are glad you all let us know it was his birthday today. And let me tell you, he's having a heck of a game on the mound for the Deming Wildcats. There's no doubt about that. Here's Anderson with an 0-2 pitch. And he keeps it up in the zone, and Rodriguez, you know, it's up in that upper echelon to the strike zone, and he keeps fouling it off. Let's see if Anderson will pepper it down low in the zone because they keep going up high. I don't know if they're meaning to go high or he's missing his spot, but let's see if Anderson goes back to that curveball because it's sure been working. He does. Goes right back to the curveball and got Rodriguez swinging, but I'll tell you, Steven, Rodriguez gave it everything he had. He made a pretty good battle at the plate for Deming, but that's 2 outs now with a runner over at first, and we hit the top side of the lineup. It's number 9, the second baseman, Max Allison, who is 0 for 2 with a run scored. He got on an error in the 1st inning, struck out in the 3rd. He's facing Anderson again. Top of the 5th inning, and there's a pitch in the dirt for ball 1.
So 0-1 the count, runner on first, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning as these two teams just continue to battle it out. It's the pitching duel between Anderson and Mariscal tonight. That one's going to be high in there for ball 1. Or no, that was a strike. I apologize. Strike 2.
No, it's a ball, 2-0.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I was looking at this. I didn't have it written down on the scoreboard. There we go. I apologize.
Now we're all set, folks. Give us a moment here.
Yeah.
We're getting old. We apologize. There's a fastball
There it is.
up high on the upper
3-0
end of
the
the
count.
strike zone, and that's where the last pitch was thrown. So, I mean, it's not missing by much, but I do have to tell you that is out of the zone. It's up high. So let's see what they can do bringing it back in here. Anderson with 2 outs. Does he go right back at Allison? Here's the pitch. It's in there. Right across the plate for strike 1. So 3 balls, 1 strike with a runner at first. And it's a 2-1 lead for Aztec. Top 5 in this chilly, cold night. And I do know we have a 2-hour time limit. I don't know where we're at with that. But just so you folks know, there is a time limit in this game. And there's the outside strike zone. And I got to tell you, Steve, we talked about this yesterday. If you're a hitter and your pitcher is throwing the outer half of the plate, you cannot complain to the umpire. Why? Because you want your pitcher to get that strike the next time he comes out to pitch. And so it's all about strategy, right? You know, if it's on the border on the outside, you pretty much don't want to say anything, don't have a reaction to the umpire, because you certainly want your pitcher to get that same call the next inning.
Well, yeah, and you're right. And also, I mean, they consistently call that outside corner. So if it's anywhere close, like I said earlier, you got to be swinging. Gotta give it a go. And especially if you're on that third strike, you better be going after that thing. So here comes the full count pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So with no runs on, no hits, and 1 runner left on base and 1 Aztec error, that's going to do it for the top of the 5th inning, where your score remains 2-1. Aztec Tigers leading here in this second game. I shouldn't say second game, their second game of the Aztec Invite, and we will be right back.
Looking for quality fencing? Hornet Fence has you covered. Residential, commercial, and industrial fence, gate, and gate operator sales and service. We do it all, where we carry the largest inventory of fencing supplies in the Four Corners area. Hornet Fence, helping you secure the nest.
We believe that every child deserves the best start in life, and we're committed to providing a safe, nurturing, and fun environment where your little ones can grow, learn, and thrive. Join the Kitty Camp family today, where smiles, learning, and love are always in abundance.
It's a 2-1 lead for the Aztec Tigers heading to the bottom of the 5th inning. And for the Aztec Tigers, it's 2, 3, and 4 coming up to bat. That's Ray, Watson, and Holmes all coming up for the Aztec Tigers. And we still have number 21, Estevan Mariscal, on the mound for Deming, who's been throwing a beauty up to this point. So has Anderson, and what a battle we've seen tonight with these 2 starters. What a battle we've seen for these defenses playing behind their starting pitchers. So both of these teams have done a fantastic job up to this point, because it's a cold night, Steven. It's not easy to play a game when it's this cold. And you see some of the players, you know, they've got their masks on, they got their sweatshirts on now. I mean, no joke, it's freezing outside.
Yeah, you're right, and it is hard to hold on to the ball.
Well, here we go. It's Tyler Ray, and I said earlier he's due. He's still due. He got a fielder's choice RBI in the 3rd inning. He's going to take a fastball in there for strike 1 right off the bat.
Got to get on the correct. Okay, I am on the correct page. We got Oliveira up there. Is that?
That is correct. Beautiful.
No, we got.
I don't know how that wasn't called a strike, but man, that was right in there. 1-1 the count on Ray.
Sorry, Ray.
So Ray digging in here. Here's the pitch. Big curveball. That one was up in the zone, so he missed the last pitch, but then he gives him that one. So either which way, it works itself out. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and Ray right here, he's got to dig in. He's got to shorten his swing up and get after it. And there he did. I like the aggressive swing by Ray. He shortened up on where his hand placement is on the bat. That's the right thing to do. And you know what, Steven? If I am Ray, I'm expecting curveball all day long right here. I'm going to get my hands down low, and here we go. Oh, I didn't get to see where that was at, folks, but I apologize. 2-2. The it was up in the zone is what the umpire's saying.
It came up and then dropped. I was watching on the screen. But
So 2-2 now is the count.
Ooh.
Up high and inside for ball 3. So it's a full count on Ray. And again, Steven, he's got to get his job done here just like he did the last inning. You've got to find a way to get on. If you get on by a walk or hit by pitch, so be it. Here comes a pitch. Inside in the dirt. And that time that was in the dirt. And he'll draw a walk, Will Ray. And that'll bring up number 17, the shortstop. He's hitting in the 3 spot. Number 17, Kel Watson. And Watson right now is 1 for 2 in this game with a run scored. And nobody comes through more for this team, Steven, in this type of spot than Kel Watson.
Yeah, he had that big double in the last, and I think that's how this first run scored was off of his, or no, I apologize, that was Tyler Ray that got the RBI, but that's when they got 2 runs in that inning. So here comes Watson. He bunts it down the first baseline. Let's see if he can outrun him.
Oh, he should have slid right there. If he slides to first, he probably outruns the first baseman, but he does his job by moving Ray over on the sack bunt, out number 1.
So Sutton does a good job, gets that ball. I thought Cale might outrun that, but he gets the job done. He advances the runner, Tyler Ray, over to second base, and now you've got Christian Holmes coming up to the plate, who is 1 for 2, had a double back in the third, and he will hit that one out into left field. Nice piece of hitting there by Christian Holmes before I could even get anything out.
Well, I was fixing to say myself how Coulter's just playing the chess pieces. He knows he sacrificed Kel Watson, one of his best hitters on the team, to sacrifice bunt him over to second base in Ray. Why? Because you have all the confidence in the world in Holmes right behind him. And check it out. Holmes gets a base hit and standing over at first base. And now Ray gets all the way over to third, and now you got all sorts of things available to you. Pop fly in the outfield scores 1. You hit a ground ball, whatever the case is, it opens a lot of things up for you. Great job by Holmes. But, hey, great chess play by Coach Favorino, knowing his players that well that he could sacrifice Watson to bunt, move him over, and then Holmes come through big time. That was some great coaching by Favorino.
Well, now you got Uriah Gonzalez coming up, and I know he's 0 for 2 on the evening, but if there's a kid that can get it done, I mean, he's a patient hitter. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him come up with something right here as well. And it's like you said, it's because Favorino trusts his hitters, his players, and even knowing that Uriah is 0 for 2 on the evening, you know that this kid can still come up with a big hit right here.
Well, and the one thing I really have to tip my hat to Estevan about for his pitching performance on the mound, he has not been rattled at all this game. I mean, he's had some pitches he should have absolutely had called as strikes. He's had an error that cost him a run, and he has shown zero emotion out there. This kid is solid. There's a pickoff move to first. Darn near almost got him. Sliding in was Holmes safely off the base hit that he had out into he hit that in between third and short, right?
Yes.
There's a shot to the gap. That's going to score a run. And that'll put, well, what are you doing there, pal? Get on second base. I have no idea what Holmes was just doing. I don't know why he didn't just go stand on second, but it doesn't matter, as that's a base hit RBI for Gonzalez. He comes through big time again, as he was 0 for 2 up to that point, Stephen, with 2 strikeouts.
Yep, and that's what I was talking about. I mean, he absolutely has the ability to get a big hit in that situation, and what does he do? Comes up to the plate, makes it happen, gets an RBI as Tyler Ray comes across the plate, and it's like you said, Favorino worked that perfectly. There's a swing and a miss by Corey Douglas for strike 1. Worked that perfectly with that, starting with that bunt from Kel Watson to advance Ray over to second base, and it all worked out exactly how it was supposed to.
Big curveball again, swung on and missed for Douglas for strike 2. Hey, listen, Coach Favorino and Coach Sean, they're building something special over here in Aztec, and I'm talking from top to bottom, all the way from the 8U, 10U, 12U, 14, 16, and 18U teams. That's right. That's rage. That's what Coach Favorino and Coach Sean are putting together here for the Tigers. That's a check swing, and Douglas will go down swinging, strikeout out number 2. And that's going to bring up Hayden Eaton, the designated hitter. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, but he still has 2 runners on base with 2 outs. And but yeah, I mean, Coach Favorino and Coach Sean, they know these kids very well. They have had a huge off-season program. And you're right, Steven, you talked about it a little bit earlier as that's a curveball in there for strike 1. You had mentioned about how much time Coulter Favorino, the head coach for Aztec, and Sean has put in on this team on the off-season and during the season in such a short period of time. He's only been here for legitimately 1 full year.
Yes.
On an off-season.
He came in 3 weeks before the season last season and got the head coaching job. And, ooh, that one curved right back in there for strike 3 as Eaton will go down looking, but not before there was 1 run on 2 hits, 1 runner left on base, 2 runners left on base, and no Deming errors. So after 5 complete innings, your score is 3-1. Aztec leads. As we will be heading into the top of the 6th inning, we'll be right back.
Looking for quality fencing? Hornet Fence has you covered. Residential, commercial, and industrial fence, gate, and gate operator sales and service. We do it all, where we carry the largest inventory of fencing supplies in the Four Corners area. Hornet Fence, helping you secure the nest.
We believe that every child deserves the best start in life, and we're committed to providing a safe, nurturing, and fun environment where your little ones can grow, learn, and thrive. Join the Kitty Camp family today, where smiles, learning, and love are always in abundance.
3-1's the lead for the Aztec Tigers. Kate Anderson still on the mound. So was Estevan Mariscal for Deming, and they've both thrown a beautiful game. And I got to tell you, Steven, if you're Deming, you have to be absolutely pumped up by the way number 21, Estevan Mariscal, has thrown for you tonight against a really tough Aztec Tiger offense. I mean, hey, this Aztec Tiger offense is no slouch. You've seen that yesterday. You're seeing it today. So that talks levels about how well Estevan has thrown tonight if you're Deming. Got to be really excited about him.
Yeah, he has done a fantastic job. On his birthday, no less.
On his birthday boy, too,
no
boy. What do these kids like to say? They show up and show out. Man, he's doing a great job right now.
Hey, Sharon, I see your shout out there to Ryan and saying great job. Sorry I got to those a little bit late, but yes, it was a good inning for the Aztec, that last inning. Here comes the first pitch from Caden Anderson as we have Chris Oliveira up at the plate, and he will foul that one off for strike 1.
Oliveira had a huge hack on that off-speed pitch from Anderson, and that fouled right off the face mask of the catcher, Brody Sagata. And now Anderson will come set, 0-1 count. Here's the pitch, swung on and miss, and goodness, was Oliveira trying to make that a 1-run game. That was a huge swing he just took.
Took a big hack at that one. 0-2 the count now. We're in the top of the 6th inning, where if you're Deming, you might start feeling a little bit of a sense of urgency as down to 6 outs. And don't get me wrong, they're down 2 runs, but you got to make everything count from here on out.
Well, you got 6 outs to do it.
Yep.
So, yeah, 3-1 lead. Here's Anderson. You got your ace on the mound for the Aztec Tigers, and it's a 2-2 count. So, yeah, I mean, you are right, and it's not a disrespectful thing to say. I mean, that's baseball. Baseball fans understand that plain as day, is that they've got 6 outs to make something happen. They're down by 2 runs. Their offense started off really hot in that first inning, and the second innings kind of died down for them. Aztec got hot late in the 3rd inning, and it carried over into the 5th. So kind of 2 different stories. There's a ball thrown in there looking. He goes down to strike out. Did not like the call. And but he's going to head on down to the dugout. It's out number 1, and that brings up the 3-spot hitter. It's number 1, the shortstop, Daniel Mogier, and he is 0 for 2 on this game. And now they've got 5 outs to work with. There's a fastball running inside, Steven, and boy, I don't know if Sagata, if they got crossed up, but it looked like Sagata wasn't expecting that fastball on the inside.
Just got out there to get that one.
Beautiful curveball.
You know, and on the other side of the fence, if you're Aztec, you don't want to give Deming any opportunities. If any team can do it, Deming could get right back in this game. You got to get the last 5 outs.
Absolutely.
And it's not going to be easy. That's hit to Kel Watson. He'll scoop it up, get it over to first, and there it is for the 6-3 out number 2. Great job by Watson. He just seemed so calm, and it looks effortless. He just gets his glove up there off that big hop and guns that thing over to first base. That time it was a clean throw. He didn't bounce it or hop it over there.
Big time throw over to first base. And that, I mean, you see why he's one of my favorite, if not my favorite baseball player in the county, no doubt about it. It's just so much fun to watch him play in the infield. I've been watching him since he was a little kid. There's a shot out to right field, and Douglas has to turn and run. Gets right underneath it for the F9 out number 3.
So with no runs, no hits, no runners left on base, and no Aztec errors, that's going to do it for the top of the 6th inning, and we will be right back.
Looking for quality fencing? Hornet Fence has you covered. Residential, commercial, and industrial fence, gate, and gate operator sales and service. We do it all, where we carry the largest inventory of fencing supplies in the Four Corners area. Hornet Fence, helping you secure the nest.
We believe that every child deserves the best start in life, and we're committed to providing a safe, nurturing, and fun environment where your little ones can grow, learn, and thrive. Join the Kitty Camp family today, where smiles, learning, and love are always in abundance.
All right, our guy running production for us today, Randy Barboa, taking the helm today with the cameras and the switching. So we want to thank our newest member of the Desert Sports Live family. And, man, he's been a lot of fun coming on board, seeing what we do, how he's bought in. So can't thank him enough.
I want to say thank you to Corey for coming and getting all of our production up and running. He's done some really awesome stuff.
Oh, you mean these balls and strike stuff that he showed me how to do that I keep messing up? You mean that stuff?
Yeah, Corey got all that scoreboard you see there. Great job by our graphics design guy, Adrian Hackes, who builds all of our thumbnails, those graphics you see when we put them out on Instagram and Facebook, and our scoreboards. And then Corey came over the top of it and got all of the buttons and all that stuff you're seeing, the numbers and the bases. Corey did all of that on top of that picture. So great job by those two fellas as well. And then Randy just gets to sit back there and run it and have all the fun.
Too bad he's freezing doing it, though, with the rest of us. Here's the first pitch. That was a fastball that Estevan absolutely peppered in there. Just missed the corner of the plate for ball 1. Sagata take a big hack, but he's going to fly this ball out to the first baseman in foul territory. Did he haul it in? He does. For out number 1, F3 for Sagata to lead off for the Tigers. That'll bring up the 9 spot hitter. That's number 4, the left fielder, Jaden Brooks. Brooks 0 for 2 in this game. And he's really worked the pitcher in Estevan deep into the count, but he struck him out both times, Stephen, with off-speed pitch. So let's just see if Estevan remembers that, and the pitching coach inside just throws nothing but curveballs, because he's really struggled with that. And he's going to call a late timeout as Brooks. I don't know if he was cramping up or what.
Like his hip cramped up or something. I'm not sure what happened there.
Here comes the pitch from the windup. Big curveball swung on and fouled off. And regardless of what happens with this game tonight, Stephen Estevan Mariscal, absolutely our Deming Desert Sports Live player of the game. Absolutely. He has played a fantastic game. And if we had, a highlight spot, hit him right in the back of the helmet with the throw down to third. But struck him out is Brooks for out number 2. So it's been a quick 2 up, 2 down for the Tigers, Stephen. As we're back to the top side of the lineup, it's the third baseman, number 2, Jace Archuleta. And Archuleta's just gotten better and better at the plate for the Tigers. He's 1 for 3 with the run score, but he's had excellent contact in this game. There's a fastball in.
Oh.
Was that a ball?
I guess it was.
Oh, all right. Well, ball 1, folks.
I thought it was going to be a strike.
I sure did, too. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. There's a ground ball hit to third. Tough play, fields it. Here's a throw, big throw across the diamond and got him. That was a big arm by Ezra Sign, Steven, to throw out Archuleta at first. That's not an easy thing to do because Archuleta can fly on the base pass.
Well, that was 3 up, 3 down. So, folks, no runs on no hits, no runners left on base, and no Deming errors. We are heading into the top of the 7th where the Deming Wildcats have 3 outs to get back into this game, or I should say 2 outs, really. Right? So, you gotta get some points up on the board here, or the game will be over. But we will be right back.
Looking for quality fencing? Hornet Fence has you covered. Residential, commercial, and industrial fence, gate, and gate operator sales and service. We do it all, where we carry the largest inventory of fencing supplies in the Four Corners area. Hornet Fence, helping you secure the nest.
We believe that every child deserves the best start in life, and we're committed to providing a safe, nurturing, and fun environment where your little ones can grow, learn, and thrive. Join the Kitty Camp family today, where smiles, learning, and love are always in abundance.
No idea when it is.
All right, folks, we are back. And we got a shout out from Travis Ray. Good job up there, boys. And thank you, Travis. He is one of our huge sponsors, Hornet Fence. We appreciate you so much. And also, thank you for dinner last night. It was fantastic.
You know what? That was amazing to get. We never get that.
No, we
But
don't.
Travis Ray, who's been actually just such a huge piece of what we're doing here at Desert Sports Live. Flat out, to be honest with you, without him, without Kitty Camp, American Equipment Manufacturing, and Aces Automation, we are not where we're at without these guys. And so hopefully they continue their ride with us and just being a part of the DSL family and sending us text messages and stuff like that, because that's what we love to see more than anything.
All right, so count is 2-0 as we have number 24, Danny Parras, the catcher, up at the plate now for Deming, looking to see if he can't get his team started here on this last chance opportunity. He's going to pop that one up. Is it going to stay in play? Nope, it's going to go out. Oh, it hit the pole, I guess, right there. Came back in the field of play, but that's going to be foul ball for strike 1. As Parras will make his way back down to the plate.
Well, we're going to have to pick our Desert Sports Live player of the game, and I'm trying to take a look down here to see who's done what. And certainly Anderson is in line to
I think both these pitchers
be a winning pitcher for Aztec, as well as Esteban Mariscal. If his team can find a way to tie this game up here in this inning, they certainly can do it. They've got plenty of time to do such. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Danny Parras, and he's still got an opportunity. So both of these pitchers making a run for our Desert Sports Live player of the game, no doubt about it. Nasty curveball thrown, check swing by Parras, and he's going to be out for out number 1.
Well, folks, as number 6, Ezra Signs, comes up to the plate, I just want to say thank you to every one of you guys that tuned in tonight. We've had a great turnout on our stream. All you Deming fans, I know you guys kind of found out at the last minute as we tried to get it down there to the players, but thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for sending in shout-outs. Thank you to all of our Aztec fans that always show us such great support as well, and we just appreciate all of you, because without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do what we do.
I think we got a new batter coming up to hit right now. Oh, it's
sorry,
the next one.
batter.
So our good buddy David Sweet, the athletic director, letting us know, not this one, the next one. But I could see the coach talking to the umpire. He pulled out his lineup card with his pin, so that told me somebody's getting traded out. We got one out right now, and we're seeing Ezra Signs up to bat. He's 0 for 2 for Deming tonight. There's a fastball in there for strike one.
It'll be number 23 that'll be up next. I don't know if you got a name there, but you
sure
can
do.
Get up on that early. Here comes the pitch. Excuse me.
And for you Deming fans, please forgive us. We mean absolutely zero disrespect. Your coach does not put your player's full name on his lineup for the players on the bench, so all we have is last names and numbers. Forgive us for not saying the player's first name here shortly. So there's a swing and a foul ball for a 1-2 strike count. You know, Steven, if Aztec goes on to win this game, I mean, you almost got to give a Desert Sports Live player of the game nod to Coach Favorino when he was beautifully played that chess game in the third inning to get his team with a 2-0 lead. It was a fantastic job there. Strikeout out number 2 as Anderson strikes out the second back-to-back batter. And here we go down to last out for Deming, Steven.
Yep, last one more out. So we have number 23. Did you get a name for number 23?
Oh, right here.
Last
it is
name?
Sanchez.
Sanchez. Sorry, we don't have that first name, but Sanchez. Now Zeke Sanchez.
Zeke Sanchez.
So,
there's our guy, and David helping us out again.
So thank you for that, Mr. Sweet. Zeke Sanchez now stepping up to the plate. He has got to get on base here to keep things going. Here comes the pitch from Anderson, and he will foul that one back into the backstop for an 0-1 count with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Yeah, don't foul that back into our camera. We're almost done here. But folks, I hope you guys have enjoyed the camera work and all that. And it says yes, it is freaking cold out here. I just saw that one. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2. That was Tiz saying it is freaking cold out. Yeah, we got the window open up here, and it's cold right where we're at, and we fortunately have some walls around us, so I can't imagine what it's like out there.
Well, I'm going to say with this 0-2 count here, Steven, hit the batter, or did it hit the it did. It hit the knob of the bat and fouled it off.
Oh, my gosh.
So
I thought it hit his helmet. It looked like his helmet turned.
It hit the knob of the bat and fouled off over to the dugout. That's where you see the hitter kind of like look at the bottom of his bat and his hands. He was trying to shake his hands off because when it's cold, that hurts right there.
Yes.
Here's a pitch. Curveball. Oh, and Brody Sagata left it there thinking that was a beautiful pitch, but it was called a ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And here comes Anderson with this pitch. Can he close it out here? Big curveball outside and high for ball 2. 2-2 the count.
Leo Geen says, let's go, Caden, close him out.
That's our guy, Leo Olguin, one of our, really a production guy for us, but a broadcaster. He's one of our wrestling broadcasters. And, gosh, just his son has been a huge part of what we do. And Jake Olguin he's really been a blessing, hasn't Jake Olguin, for us. It's a high fly ball. F6 for out number 3, and that'll do it. Aztec goes on to win this game 3-1. And Steven, do we even need to debate who the Desert Sports Live player of the game is? It's going to be Caden Anderson, the starting pitcher for the Aztec Tigers. Get this, 11 strikeouts, 2 hits. That's what he threw in tonight's game. So there you are, Caden Anderson.
And honorable mention to Mariscal there.
That's
for
right.
Deming. He did a fantastic job on the mound.
You took it right out of my mouth.
Sorry.
No, I'm glad you said that. Number 21, Estevan Mariscal. Let's give him a Desert Sports Live player of the game for
and a happy
Deming.
birthday.
And a happy birthday. Hey, folks, thanks for tuning in. We're going to get on out of here so we can break our equipment down. Steven, any final thoughts?
Nope. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. Thank you to all of our sponsors and our fans.
All right, Deming, safe trip back to your hotel room, and as well as Aztec. So tomorrow's game is going to be Aztec taking on Zuni at 6 o'clock. Deming will take on Bayfield at 9. And then Aztec JV and Dolores at 12. Pagosa Springs, Kirtland at 3. So Deming, you fans, they'll be out here at 9 o'clock in the morning. Safe trip, everybody. Thanks for rocking out with Desert Sports Live. God bless, and we are out.
American Equipment Manufacturing is a local business based in Farmington that specializes in the manufacturing of oil field equipment. Our extensive production facility allows us to provide high-quality products that meet the industry's standards and industry knowledge.
Looking for quality fencing? Hornet Fence has you covered. Residential, commercial, and industrial fence, gate, and gate operator sales and service. We do it all, where we carry the largest inventory of fencing supplies in the Four Corners area. Hornet Fence, helping you secure the nest.
We believe that every child deserves the best start in life, and we're committed to providing a safe, nurturing, and fun environment where your little ones can grow, learn, and thrive. Join the Kitty Camp family today, where smiles, learning, and love are always in abundance.